WordPress theme creation. Now, I did a couple of changes to the framework, so this it will be easier for you guys to define the outload functionality and the dependencies of the execution in your gulp file. So, one thing that changed is that I think this we reviewed this on session 2, part 2, where we added less to, or maybe the first session where we added less to our project. And what we did is we came to our in our project folder, we came to our package, and there was a pre-step here previously. Now there's pre-styles and pre-scripts, meaning that we are defining that before the concatenation of all the styles and the generation of the app.js is created, then it has to run these tasks. Same as for scripts, you have to run these things. So by this, we are setting to the gulp processing or the gulp tasker that before it creates the app.js file, we want the gulp to run injected.js, which in our definition, injected.js, what does is it copies all the JS files or the external files that we have downloaded in our project. So that's one, right? And the other one is that now we cannot, maybe for better understanding of how we're going to manage our, how we're going to make better or compile better our stuff. By default, obviously, you can have any subfolders here in the JS files, and all of them will compile into one file. Just be careful that the first ones it will compile this in order, in alphabetical order. First the external folder, and within the external folder the bootstrap min, then the match height, and then the main. All right, same as the CSS, it will concat the bootstrap first, font awesome then, and then styles. And we can create subfolders here to manage the order of the concatenation. The next thing that was changed, which is very important, is that the configuration file changed a lot. So if we come here to our configuration file in app.configuration, you'll see that the out in queue is now no longer a simple flag. Previously, it was out on queue, true or false. Now it has different things. Has the enabled property, which this is the flag that enables or disables out in queue. And we have the list of assets that we want to be out in queued in our project. So this way, if you add a new file to your JS, you want that to be out in queued to WordPress, you can simply type like my script, something like that, and make sure that you have in your assets JS my thing here, or whatever you wanna include, right? Not also that, but by default, obviously, this will be like this with no dependencies. But since it's our project, we are loading app.js with with Bootstrap. Now we can tell the out on queue that we want to load obviously the app.js, but it should load as also jQuery because it is a dependency of our project. Previously, in the previous version, we were not able to set the dependencies for our projects. Now we can. We can also set if we want it to be set up on the footer or not. So this is an easy way to understand what will be out in queued by the assets. So therefore, no longer I already removed. Previously, we had like this. We had it like this at asset, and we had the app. But this no longer needed since this will be out and queued by the system. So this is working fine right now. It loads how can queue thing for you. So out of the box is easy, and if obviously remember that if you are working with JS and you need jQuery, make sure that you come to your configuration file and you add or change the dependency for your app.js and add the jQuery. And if you need more, you add comma and you add another dependency if that's what you need. All right, now let's continue, and we are going to work with um, Vue. Okay, so my goal with Vue, there are a couple of things I want to accomplish with Vue. All right, first and foremost, I want to be able to first in the documentation page, this type of page, I want to be able to here add in the code a tag or something, so when this is clicked, first and foremost, when the page is loaded, here in the menu that we have over here, it auto generates a subfolder with the links within the document, right? So we can have this functionality over here. So let me kind of explain myself better. So we have see this menu over here for this for the testing, for the example that that is available in Pretty Docs template. Here in the left side we have a menu for the quick start page, which has the menu and it has sub items, right? And the sub items, you click on them, it surfaces throughout the document. Obviously everything is in one document, but my idea and my goal for this is that we will have a menu on the left, which when you click on this, it actually will go to the download page, this to the installation page, this to the code page, and this sub menus will be loaded based on the headings that are located in the page document. So we can accomplish that with Vue. So that's one of the things I want to accomplish with Vue. The other thing I want to accomplish with Vue is in the index we have these nice buttons over here. And what I want to be able to is that there are a couple of things I want to do actually. If I edit the page, in this case this is the document page, here we have the cards for the card section for the home page. So I want to have a kind of a tool that with a simple button I can add a new card and the card will request me an icon, a title, and a description, and a link, so I can once I click it, it redirects to a certain page. And I will also want to be able to remove it if I want at any point. And also the other thing I wanted to do is that I want to be able to that when user selects, for example, the default template, then we know that the homepage section of the homepage properties should not be displayed. So it automatically hides this information. Also the page, because the page will be maintained. When you click Docs, the page options will disappear, same as the homepage. And when you click Homepage, the homepage will appear, and this page settings will disappear. So I want that to work, and I think we can accomplish that with Vue as well. All right. So the first step to do this is we need to install Vue in our project. So in order to do that, we do npm install vue.js. No, Vue, and we're going to save Vue in our system. Right. So now we have Vue 2.0, which is installed right now in Node models, and should be on Vue. Here we have Vue. Now, I'm not sure. I think the app.js is not being loaded once you are in the admin. Let's double check this though. So we come to resources, sources, WordPress RC, plugins, and theme. You see, so in the admin dashboard, they are our files are not being loaded here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open my Gold file here. First and foremost, we're going to include view, maybe before Bootstrap. So we come over here and we go to view, distribution, and I think it's view minified, view min. Actually, we can use view, the normal view, view.js. Alright, so this way we can debug the information that is in the file. The next thing we can do is actually we can create a new script that on our assets here it will contain only admin data, because one of the things that we can do actually is we can maybe load the app.js on admin, and this will automatically load view and all the information that we require. But there's a chance that we might to simply exclude what is this? Simply exclude our some of these files from being loaded on the site, because we don't want our website to load the card selector. We don't want our website to load certain things that will only be available on the admin side of WordPress. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a new file folder here called admin, and in admin I'm going to add a new folder called raw, and in raw I'm going to create a new folder called JS. And here is where I'm going to set up all my admin.js files, and I have to create a new task here to concat this stuff from admin. So in order to do that, first of all I'm going to inject this into, I'm going to do this injected admin JS, and I'm going to say to injected JS that before it does that we want to run injected JS. Then in injected.js we want to inject to jQuery to actually to our admin Vue.js, and we're going to store it on assets admin raw JS external. So this is very similar to the flow we have here, but instead of being this, we are calling to the admin. You see? And now what we want to do is concat the information that we have on the JS. So let me copy the task I have for other projects and copy the concat, and we're going to do that exactly. Alright, so in order to do that we need to install concat. So we call to our command prompt, we do npm install view gulp contact save. It's not gulp not gulp contact, it's gulp concat alright, concat. Alright, so we here I add the function over there. We're not using path, so we don't require path, and we do something like this. Admin scripts. Okay, so let me order this in the way this will be executed. So first we'll execute the CSS, the fonts, and the JS, same as admin.js. Then we'll run admin scripts, and this will be then run by no, actually admin.js will run first, then admin scripts, then we'll run injected.js, and then we'll run the last task. So let's add a little documentation here, because we have a lot of tasks and we need to define what these things with what the things are doing. So copies CSS dependencies to assets folder, right? This is what this task does. This one copies fonts to assets folder. This one copies admin only JS to asset folder. This one concats admin only JS files in asset folder. This one copies JS to assets folder. This one executes less, or compiles less files and runs all other tasks. Alright, so our admin scripts should compile everything in assets admin raw JS blah 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 into assets admin JS. We can call it app.js, which is fine. Right, so what will happen now if we run gulp? So the other thing is that you can run gulp dev or just gulp, and this will work. So now we have on our JS app.js all view thing converted, because here he's grabbing the external from raw and he's creating this file over here. So what we want to do is we want to enqueue this on the admin. So there's no enqueue functionality added out or automated functionality for the admin dashboard. So automated asset for the admin dashboard, you have to add it or enqueue it by yourself. So in order to do this, you have to run the hook for admin files, which is, I'm looking at this. Wait a second. Okay, so it's admin enqueue scripts. So what we do is this. Look at this. We are going to do this. PHP IUCO add action. The action is admin enqueue scripts, and this will be handled by admin controller. This is a new controller. Add enqueue. Alright, so in our assets enqueue thing, in our app controller here, admin controller generated, where you go, say admin dashboard only methods. Okay, so we are enqueuing our stuff here. Let's copy this information. This is version 101.01, and we're going to start enqueuing our thing. So we go to WordPress enqueue script, and we're going to queue our app, admin app. The admin app is located on assets URL, and we are going to define the assets URL is on. If we go to our assets URL, we need to go to admin slash, then we need to go to JS slash, and then we go to our app.js. So comma, then we indicate the directory so it knows which project it has to check on. Then there's no dependencies, and version 1000 is okay. And obviously we're going to add this on the footer. Alright, so if we reload the site, but this you can see we're in the dashboard, and we go to double content. Now we have the theme, and it's loading the app.js, which is the admin one because it's loading view, right? So this is working fine. The next thing we want to do is define our view application. So in order to do that, we are going to do the following. In our admin raw, we're going to create a new file, a new folder called source. Maybe src. That's the definition for source. Maybe you can change it here as well in our raw.js, rename source. Sorry, and let's add this too. Admin raw. Alright, so here what we're going to include is we're going to create a new file, and we're going to include view configuration. And this will be this is the configuration file. So let's save it as app.config.js. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a global variable called view, and this will actually be a normal class. So let's create a second view configuration. Global view app view holder variable, and this is an object since 1000. Since we are in the admin, maybe we can turn on stuff like the debug controls and stuff like that. You will see that. So first of all, let me create a mixins. So any mixins that we add to our project will be stored here. Components and components as well. And that's it. Now let me turn on the debug flag. Vue.js turn on DevTools. Let me check DevTools. So in order to turn on DevTools, we need where is it? Okay, this is the setting. This is for Chrome only, or I'm not sure if they have the extension for Mozilla, but for Chrome they do. There's no setting. We just go to this. All right. So we have our app.config file. Then we will have a new file here. It will be our app.view.js. And in our app view, we will use strict and we're going to document obviously our application. View app. So in order to do this, we view admin only. So we know for sure that it's only on the admin. Actually, we can change this to rename it admin app view, rename it admin app. So we know that this is only for the admin. So view, or this will be stored on view that app equals to a view, a new view. We have to do it like this. So what is view? What is this? This is will be grabbed from here. Is this over here? So we are adding a global view that will hold everything. Now with the element for this, let's check what's the ID on. We want to make it global, so we need to come over here to the admin, check the elements, and check the body. Maybe we can say we want the body, so we do element body. Okay, so let's make sure, let's compile this with gulp and check if this is working or not. So we verify first by going into our project. Let me remove the other. Our project and go to the admin.js and app. We should have view first, and later we have our configuration, and later we have our file, our application, which is everything. So if we refresh this, we should have view. Now there's an error here. It says unexpected string on line 7 or use string. Okay, so we're going to remove that. It appears that this is not wanted. Gulp. Alright, so if we refresh now, we will have view already working out. Do not mount view to HTML or body. Okay, so this is very self-explanatory. Let's check then, do if ID WordPress wrap. Let's use this instead. It holds everything, right? Yes. So WordPress wrap. So instead of this, we do hash WordPress wrap. Alright, so now if we refresh, we will have view installed. Now there's an error here. Let's refresh. Why is this error happening? Templates should be only be responsible for UI, such as scripts. Okay. Alright, so it means that so it means that the WordPress wrap this WordPress wrap doesn't work. It's way inside it's grabbing the script as well, and it's creating conflicts with the page. So let's grab another ID or another element. So on body, yes. So let's change this. Maybe we can add different wrapper though. Okay, let's start with a wrapper that doesn't exist, like DD. Okay, so it has the ID wrap, the app menu, then the WordPress content, admin bar, and WordPress body. So maybe this is the one that we want, WordPress body. Let's check this. Right, we got an error. Let's see the error. So somewhere in the code, there's a script inside our wrap. Inside the WP content body. ID body content clear. Here, somewhere here, class wrap, post, blockage storage notice. Could that be a possibility that they're using string scripts over here? That's a back practice though. Alright, it's a warning. It should work though. So if we test this by calling to, let's clear this up. If we call to view app, the app is created and running. So view is running, fine. Alright, so I wanna know if I can, by somehow, add an HTML tag here. I want to be able to change this information. Wow, popcorn time. Alright, I'll check it later. Alright, so in order to do this, let's see. Let's add some variables here. So it's called, we are going to create a new property called data, and this will hold variables in our view application. So since this is dynamic variables, we're going to call it dynamic. Alright, and dynamic will be an object. Holds any dynamic values and properties in the application since 101, and is an object. Alright. Okay, so let's check if we can change this thing over here. Alright, so WordPress page add 3 attributes. Let's check if we can change this stuff. Hook. This is the one. You see page attributes, drop down, pages argument. Alright, so this seems like this is the what we wanted. So let's test it out. So we do a PHP. Oh, what happened here? Gulp. Right, so if after this runs, if you call to, let's do it this PHP ayuko add, this is a filter, so filter this filter, and this will be handled by admin controller add filter page args. Alright, it seems like this will have the drop down arguments and the post. So if we go to admin controller over here, let's add this information over here, 1000, and let's print out just print out these two and see what is a WordPress throwing to us. Right, if we refresh this, let's go to our refresh this information. Right, so this is throwing the page, parent ID, Any order. Inspect the element. Maybe we want all the well. Maybe we want to filter this at the end of all the filters. So, so we want to hook when all the filters have already run. So we do this. We add the priority to 999. This way, we are the last in the filter in the filter order. So we will get more information this way. We should get more information this way. Documents, game. Oh, this is the parent though. We need the templates. Alright, so which hook is this? Page attributes, pages, arguments. Exclude 3. Post type page. Exclude 3, 103. Menu order, post order, sort column. Parent ID. We don't want the parent ID. Okay, this is not the one that we're looking for. But maybe if we look for this hook in the project over here, maybe we can find the page that has this hook and also creates the other arguments on the page. Alright, there's a high chance. Alright, here is it. Here is meta boxes. Look at this. Alright, let's search for this. Drop down. Filter the argument used to generate a page's drop down element. How many times? This is only used once, right? Get pages template dot post. This is the one we're looking for. No, this is an action. Fires immediately after the heading inside the template section of the this option value. Default title. What's the for? Where's the for? Where's the loop? Where's the loop for this? Select. Where is the select? I'm clueless, huh? Page. Where's the select? Page template drop down. Page. Page template drop down hook. Find folder. Alright, this is the one that generates this the select, but it only select it. It only draws the option. It appears. It does not create the select, which is the one that we need. So let's get back to meta boxes. Where's the select though? I'm curious. Oh, here is the select. name page. Alright, so we need to hook here and add in the model. So let me check on view. View ready. Alright, we're going to call to this function though. Before mount. So it appears that with view we can call to this function over here, and before mount is a state that indicates I'm going to add the link so you can see exactly what exactly what does this. So let's do the link to where the documentation is. So ideally we might want to use jQuery here, so we can do something like this: jQuery, and we're going to find ID. Let's find what we were looking for. ID page template, like this. That page template, and we're going to add a new attribute called vModel, and the value would be page template. So let's see if this works. Now we might have to go to our admin controller here when we are in queuing, and we might want to indicate that we need jQuery when the application, before the application is loaded. Now let's see if this works fine. So my idea is I want to be able, oh, okay, and let's remove the prints that we had here. Let's remove this one. Let's reload the page. Wordpress MVC exception not found in line engine. Oh yeah, that's because on our main project we are not longer going to use this hook. Alright, now I want to check this out. Inspect elements. Okay, I'm not sure if let's do this. Actually, let's change this to vModel will be dynamic dot page template. Oh yeah, this is wrong. Wow. It's almost like if I forgot how to use jQuery. Unbelievable. Alright, now let's see if this worked. So if we go to view dot dynamic, there's nothing defined. If I select documents or select template, let's see what we have in view dynamic. Nothing. spec element. Let's test if this is working fine. There's another data fake attribute dynamic. Okay, so before mount's not running. Why? Life cycle hooks. Right, F ready. Alright, this is not ready. Wait a second. Is before compile. Alright, it's before compile. Damn it. All replaced. Run the migrate. Okay, use the create hook instead. Alright. On option will be ignore. What do you mean an option? Inspect. It was created. Nice. Alright, so it was created like this. But before we do that, we need to set up the value. So in order to do this, we do this. This dot $set dynamic page template, and this will equals to jQuery page template that value. U app dynamic Now you have the page template though, but this error I don't like. I'm not liking this error. V model dynamic template inline selected attributes on option when using V model. Declare initial values in the components data option instead. Alright, we're going to not use this because obviously WordPress is setting up the the what is the default value. So why, wait a second, why is this not? We refresh this. Okay, let's do this. Prior the call to the model, if we call to this, what do we get from this page docs? So view the app dynamic cannot read property dynamic. Why? Have they changed? I mean, using WordPress version 1, I'm not sure if they changed the way data is handled here. Let's double check. Yeah, data. What happened? Dynamic view app dot of undefined. How do you mean undefined? Oh, view app's not defined. Why? Cannot create property page docs on string dynamics. What? Alright, maybe it's because it's not mounted yet. So what we can do is this dot dollar data and mounted they changed the set as well. Yeah, they changed a lot of stuff here. This version of Vue. All right. Right, perfect. We solved it. Right, so now we can do something like this. Change this. We change to default, and we go to mm, view. View. Where is it? View. Oh, damn it. Duh. Here we go to view. To view app dynamic. What? What? Why is not defined? Yeah, we have to do it like this. All right. This has a door set. It's not. What happened to this view? This view thing. They change it. is not affecting this though. But it is. Why? Just my god. Oh my god. So this changed to this view or set this. Are you serious? I'm going to stop the recording, guys. I have a blocker here.